Hey guys, and Guardian's sitting over there. Don't know if you can see him. Just move this out the way. There he is. Somewhere around there. So, apparently, it is the 1st of February. 1st of now, new drops. New month. So, new chances to get the ps5 and Xbox Series S and X. High chance to beat the bots. So we need to think positive this month. This month we can do it. Together as a community, we can do this. Right? We can do this. It's a new month. New stocks are coming in. PlayStation and Microsoft and Sony have promised that they will deliver each month. So if they lie, God help them. Right? So I've got everything on at the minute. You will hear an alert. As soon as we hear an alert, we'll find out where it is and we go and get one, right? Don't know if it's going to drop today. Who knows? All I know is people from last month that got their PlayStations or Xbox from Amazon and from Argos, they've been told, they've been emailed and they've been told that they need to pick it up before the 9th. So I'm assuming that it's coming in, it's coming in this week. They're waiting for the stocks to go out. So it's been delivered from the warehouse to the shops today. People start picking them up tomorrow. They have 7 days. So 7 days from tomorrow is the 9th, right? Which means so I phoned them up and said, I don't understand what you mean. When you say, if I don't pick it up the 9th, let's say I've got a PlayStation 5 or Xbox, and I don't pick it up to the 9th, what would happen? She went, well, we will add it to the other stock we've got, and then we will put it back online. So from the 9th, it looks like Argos, we've got to keep a close eye on, right? For all you scalpers out there, you're not going to win. You're listening to me. You're not going to win. It doesn't matter about your bots. It doesn't matter, because us as a community, as a gaming community, we're going to win in the end. And for all you people that say, oh, I've had enough, I'm just going to go out and buy it from a scalper, then you're just as bad as the scalpers, and you're damaging your community, your gaming community. When you're sitting playing your PlayStation 5 or your Xbox Series S, you're damaging, or X, you're damaging your community. You're not helping your community. You can't be a part of a community if you go and buy our scalpers. And parents out there, I get your children will be upset, but your children will be more upset if they get rejected from the community because they got a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox from these scalpers. Scalpers are scumbags, okay? Now, I'm all for going out and hunting. I'm all for getting money to sell more money. I'm all for that kind of production. You go out hunting in secondhand shops, you pick up a Rembrandt or a painting that is worth millions, then congratulations, you did your hard work. But when you use a robot, then you're a coward. You like them warrior keyboard people. I don't even think that, because warrior is a good name, right? You know them cowards that start trolling people and hurting people on the internet. Them type of people, cowards. You hide behind a computer because you can't stand up and fight one-on-one. Same as the scalpers. The reason why you have to use a computer is because you're too dumb and stupid to use your own wits and to use your own body and to use your human right, what's given to you, your human brain, your human body. So you're just like them, cowards, right? You're backwards, no good for nothing. What? Because you can type in a few letters and make a bot. So what? That don't make you smart. That makes you stupid. But what makes you smart is a gamer who sits there and fights every day and gets their consoles. That's what smart is. Smart is someone who doesn't give in and doesn't go to scalpers and say, I can't be bothered. I'm too hard, working too hard. You're working too hard and giving it to them people, your money. What? That's not smart. You're part of the gaming community, right? Let me tell you something now. You're part of a superior, brilliant gaming community. It doesn't matter whether you're the Xbox, whether you're a Sony fan, whether you're PlayStation fan, whether you're both, whether you're neither, whether you're a Switch. It don't matter. The whole point is we're gamers, right? We're a community, a family, right? And people who go to scalpers, you are hurting all your family, all your community. The scalpers aren't going to be there for you if you need them, but your community will. Always. You get into trouble with something, a scalper's not going to tell you how to play a game or how to get through a level or anything like that. A scalper's not going to tell you that. Why? Because they're not gamers. Because if they were gamers, they would not hurt another gamer. Right? And these things are called keyboard warriors. They're not warriors. A warrior has honor, dignity, pride. And most of us, from America to Russia to here to everywhere, every gamer who stays up all night, who tries to help other gamers get the console that they want, they're the warriors. The gamers that really, really want to play a game but won't go and pay all that money to scalpers, they're warriors. You lot that sit behind a computer shouting and screaming and showing your disgustingness, you're cowards. Cowards. Scalpers, coward. You're not smart because you can put noughts and ones and zeros and beat a human. That's not smart. I mean, have you never watched The Terminator? Haven't you seen what could happen if you depend on just technology? Have you not seen Terminator? If you haven't, go watch it. If you're a scalper, go watch it. Go watch to see what happens when you depend solely on an AI. Go look. And if you think that'll never happen, then you're stupider than I thought. Get me? A warrior is a gamer who sits there and says, you know what? I really want to play these games. You know what? I really want to do this, but I ain't. Repeat, ain't going to give them my money, my hard-earned pandemic facing money. I'm not a coward. I'm a gamer. They're warriors. The people who stay up all night checking and phoning and doing stuff, they're warriors. The gamers who support them, who go on their channels and who puts the thumbs up because they know they work hard. They do gaming news. They play games for them. They're warriors. So let's get that straight. You keyboard people that do a load of crap down there and start calling names and everything like that, you're not warriors. That ain't your name. You ain't got honor. You ain't got pride. You ain't got kindness. You don't fight for the weak. You abuse and use the weak. A warrior is someone who's got honor and pride and dignity and fights. Fight for what they believe in. Fight for their rights. And I'm fighting for my right as a gamer to not allow you lot to use bots because you're a coward, not clever enough to actually, and you haven't got the canonas or the backbone to do it fairly. That's a coward. A cheat is a coward. And we're going to win in the end. And you let that go and buy these from these scalpers, or trick your parents to buying them, saying, yeah, that's what it really is. We have to buy it from this person. And you scumbags out there that use people like me, autistic people, and use people that don't understand things to take their money and use a fake, cowards. Doing yourselves like, oh, look at me, I'm a new store and I've just started out and I can get you a ps3, but you can get thousands off me. Bollocks. So put me down. I don't care. YouTube, do it. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's crap. You're using people, your own kind, man, your own kind, dude. And you can eat overnight. You can sit there and look in your baby's eyes. I've got a question for you. You scalpers out there, and not only just scalpers, but you scammers. Let me ask you a question. You look in your kids' eyes. Is that the kind of world you want your kids to grow up in, where they're watching their back all the time because there'll be somebody trying to take their hard-earned money off them and give them nothing in return? We're in a pandemic. The reason why everything is online and not in shops is to stop people dying. Do you understand that? And you scalpers are abusing that. But we're gamers. We have dignity and pride. We're not going to buy it off you. So stop taking the stock. Stop it. Look in your children's eyes. You might earn the money right now, but is that worth it? That your child could grow up, work hard all their lives to save up, to buy their first house, to get married, to have their own kids. And they can't because some idiot like you has come and took it away from them because they scammed them. How would you feel to watch your child go through that? How can you sit and eat and put your babies to bed overnight? What one of the scalpers said, well, we do it because of the pandemic, and there's people that have lost their jobs, and there's people, well, if they've lost their jobs, now how the bloody hell can they afford 15 consoles and 20 consoles? You can't. How can you afford 350 quid to pay someone to give them noughts and ones? A bot. I'm all for enterprise. I'm all for like buying something and doing it up and selling it for a bit more. I'm all for that. I'm all for when you go to second-hand shops, right? I see dealers. Dealers don't sit on their ass. Dealers get up and they go to like second-hand shops. They go to places like auctions. They don't sit on their ass. They use themselves. They use their wits. They use their brains. They use what they've got in their bank account, and they work and earn it. And then when they see a chair outside and it's unloved and uncared for, and they take it and they reuse it, they're helping the environment. They're making something useful again. They give it a purpose, life again. Yeah, they strip it back, they give it a life, and they put it back out there, and someone buys it, they enjoy it, and the person worked hard and earned that money, and they enjoyed it. Nobody gets hurt. Nobody is struggling. That's what I'm for. Not sitting on your ass, putting a couple of noughts and zeros in, going in and just taking everything and then going online saying, look at us, we're so brilliant, we're so clever, it's so easy to take off these companies. You're not taking off the companies, you're taking off the gamer. The gamers who are true gamers. We just want fair, that's all. We just want it to be fair. That's it. If you're a human and I'm a human and we're going for the same thing, then we should use our wits and what we've got as human beings to get it. And then whoever gets it, it's fair. Congratulations. But when you cheat, there's no honor in it. No honor. And that's what we're missing today. In society today, we're missing 3 major components that makes us human: honor, pride, and dignity. That's what we should run on. That's what World War I run on, World War II run on. Why do you think we won wars? It wasn't because we had power. It wasn't because we had better guns. It wasn't because we had more people. I mean, hello, have you seen the size of the UK? We ain't that big compared to other countries, but World War II, we kicked ass. Why? Because we had dignity, honor, and pride. And we fought. We fought for that. Our great-grandparents fought in the wars for us to have a better world, to stop dictators, to stop people hurting other human beings. So how can you sit there as a scalper or as a scammer and know the fact that someone's got autism or learning difficulties or elderly or doesn't know or doesn't understand things, and then you abuse that? You hurt them. You hurt them the same way as someone would if you shot them or attacked them. You steal from them. You take something that they earned and you didn't, for nothing. It's not right. It's not fair. And we're not going to stand for it. We're going to keep fighting. And for all the gamers out there, whether I speak to one of yous or 1,000 of yous, you're a gamer. You're in our community. If you go to that scalper, if you're saying to yourself, what harm can it do? I've got the money. Yes, of course you've got the money. But the harm, you're seeing the harm. You're seeing it now. One person, 2 people give scalpers that money. It's a demand. They will get more and more. And gamers then will have to work harder and harder and harder. And I get it. A lot of people say it's only a console. It's only a gaming device. It's not. We're in a pandemic. We're going through hell on earth at the minute. Some believe it, some don't believe it. Some think it's flu, some don't think it's flu. It don't bloody matter. Whatever's happening, we're dying here. People are dying. Regardless of what you believe or don't believe, the facts are people are dying. Who gives you 2 tosses what from? Every single person has been touched by this pandemic. Every single person. And gaming is a community that no matter what happens, stays together. So when you're sitting there thinking, well, I can afford it. I've got £1,300 or dollars or whatever. I can afford it. It's not about whether you can afford it or not. It's about what kind of harm will you do to go to that scalper and give your money. You can't class yourself as a gamer. So when someone says to you, where did you get your PlayStation from? Oh, I couldn't be arsed, so I got it from a scalper. I've got a lad that I can put on right now, and he was showing off that he brought it in December from a scalper. He tricked his dad to say that that's how much they cost. He went in the middle of nowhere And he was so proud of himself because he had that console. But then he stopped a load of people getting their consoles. Why? Because he paid the scalper. So the scalper says, oh, we've got people that will take it off us. Let's go get more. Let's make more. Greed is nasty. Greed is evil. Greed is like a cancer. Once it gets you, it's hard to get out of your system. So that one kid, that one person who tricked his parent to pay in that odds and went to that scalper, I'm talking about, the one that goes online saying, look, I went and got this from a scalper. You're not a gamer, because a gamer wouldn't do that to another gamer. The gaming community is about being together. It's about helping each other. It's about encouraging each other. Why do you think so many people make YouTube videos on how to do something, how to pass a level if it's too difficult, how they read like the gaming news, because people like me with word and number blindness, we can't read it. So they read it for us, so we know what's going on. Why? Because we're helping each other out. But if you got it from a scalper, you're not a gamer. And you've got no dignity and no pride, because how can you? Because after this pandemic's over, and after all this is over and everybody's got their consoles and that, comes the stories behind it. And that's the special bit, the stories after. Like World War I and World War II, it wasn't the war at the time that made us a proud nations in all over the world, that we stood up and helped the vulnerable. It wasn't that. It was the stories that came afterwards. It was the stories on how Hitler was defeated, how the Nazis were taken down, how we stopped it happening again. The stories of the brave men and women and children who went through it, the fear stories and how they've come out of it and the strength that they've got from that. This is the same thing with our consoles. Our consoles, when we get it, we will never forget 2020. Never, ever. Not because of the pandemic, not because of the deaths that happen in our families, not because of the sorrows or the sicknesses. But when someone says to you, wow, that console, did you get that in 2020 and 2021 in the pandemic? Yeah. Sit down and I'll tell you the story behind how I got this console, how the gaming community came together, how we helped each other out. How we discussed it together when we were at our lowest point and ready to give up. How others picked us up and kept us strong. So we didn't run to scalpers. So we didn't give up. How the many people stay up all night, like MTV and the nomad Asian, the Asian nomad and people like that, and Scrubbins and everyone else out there who tries to hunt and find where the next drop's coming from, tries to get their friend, people that work for these companies helping the gamers because they're gamers themselves. They're the stories, they're the dignity, the pride, the honor. That's where it's going to come from. And where you going to be? Yeah, I'm a gamer. Oh yeah, so where did you get your story from? Where's your story? Because that's what's next going to happen. On YouTube, after this is over, comes the stories on how we got the PS5, the Xbox Series X and X, the journey to getting it. That's what's going to happen after this is over. It's going to be the journey, the stories to your consoles. People are going to want to know. And in years to come, they'll still be up there. You will still be up there with honor and pride and dignity because you say, I never gave up. I am a true gamer because I never gave my hard-earned cash. I never gave up, although it was the most hardest time in my life. And we were going through a pandemic. People were dying in our families. We were going to funerals, but I never gave up. We never gave up. We stayed as a gaming community. And at the end of this, the gaming community will be strong. Could you stand there and say your story with your console? Oh yeah, I got it from a scalper. It was easy. I just took my money, gave it. Is that what you're going to say? You lads on there that say, oh, I got mine from a scalper. I couldn't wait that long. I couldn't be bothered going through this, or I was too busy at work. All the excuses. Where's your dignity? Where's your pride? Where's your story? So remember, if you're about to break, if you're about to give up, if you're about to go to a scalper and say, sod it, what harm can it do? It's only one. You're doing harm to your own community. And where's your story going to be when we come out of this? And we will. Nothing lasts forever, nothing. If you go back to all the pandemics since time began, you will see it doesn't last forever. And this won't. And that's when we start seeing people. That's when your stories start coming out about your consoles and how you got it. You know, gamers play games. Why? Because in the gaming world, right, you can be a hero. You can be a legend. You can be good at something and your disabilities doesn't affect who you are in your game. Take, for instance, World of Warcraft. You could be a healer. You could be a warrior. You could be anything you want to be. And they don't judge you on your physical appearance. They judge you on who you are inside that game. But this is what this is. We're fighting a battle on so many levels, like a game. Except ours, we don't get a chance to redo it over. We don't rewind. And we don't have lives. We just have one. So you want to, at the end of this, when people's stories start coming out on what they went through and how they got their gaming console and how they got that and how proud they are and walking with dignity, are you going to be one of them that sit there and go, I couldn't be bothered, so I went? You think the gaming community is going to forgive that? The gaming community is a very forgiving community, but there's things we can't forgive. And you saying to yourself and trying to convince yourself, well, I've got the money and it's not like I'm hurting anyone. I'm just going to one scalper. But you're hurting your whole community by your behavior. And then you want to be classed as your community. You want a gaming community to be classed as your community, but yet you want to go behind their backs and pick something. It's like being a spy, isn't it? If you think about it. I want to fight for my country, but that country is going to make my life easier. So I'll just give them a few hints, not enough to bring down my country, but just enough so I can live pretty and not have to do anything. But you still bring down your country because everyone thinks like you. Everyone gives them a little bit. And in the end, they've got a lot more than what your country's got. And the people who stand and fight are weaker because you leave them and then you come back into the group. Oh, yeah, I got a ps5. Yeah, I can play games. I got it earlier than you. Did you? Well, how did you get yours? because I stayed up all night, every day. I was phoning, I was ringing around, I went out, I took photographs, I talked to people, I even put a bit of money in people's pockets to like tell me, and I eventually got one, and it was the most fantastic thing. I am so proud of that unit, not because it's a PlayStation 5, not because it's an Xbox Series X, but because I worked so hard to get this, because I am a true gamer. And it meant so much to me. What are you going to sit there and say? Pfft, I got it very next day. I just paid a scalper. So hold on a minute. So you're the one that made me sick then, because you're the one that paid the scalper, which means the scalpers thought that there was a demand. So they made it harder for me to get one, which meant I had to get sicker and sicker to get it. And you call yourself a gamer. Do you get what I mean? So far, there's no drops yet. So I've got everything here, all alerts on and everything. So don't worry, guys. If there is, we will know. But it's the first. It's the first month. Remember that. It's the first today. This month, at least 5 of you will get what you want, what console you want. And that's 5 more than there was last month. And I know you're working hard. I know it's hard work. And I know, you know what? And I also know how it gets to the point where you think, oh, everything's coming out on my PlayStation 4 Pro or 4 or Xbox One, so I might as well just wait. Then that's good. But don't be disheartened. If you feel down, talk to the people online that are helping you get one. Speak to them. They're giving you hints on how to do things. Right? They're doing stuff like that, especially for you. They're working hard. They're up, sometimes streaming for hours and hours and hours. Not eating, not hardly sleeping, jumping up, doing stuff behind the scenes. But we're gamers. It's the start of the month. There's going to be new drops. And yes, the scalpers are going to try and keep scalping. But if everybody stops buying from these people, they're going to end up with so much consoles. They're going to end up begging you to buy them off them. And in the end, they're going to have a big loss. That's the only way we're going to beat these scalpers, is to stop right now, today, in February the 1st, 2021, block them, stop them, finish it. Say to yourself, I am not going to succumb to these scammers, and I'm not going to come to these scousers and scalpers. Each one of us have the power to take down a scalper. And I don't mean physically or tricking them or beating them or getting better. There's only one way to hit a scalp, to hit a scammer, to hit a scalper. There's only one way: in their pockets. And the only way you do it is, I don't want to know. No entry. Kids, explain to your parents or grandparents, don't buy from scalpers. Make everyone aware. Have a campaign in your area. Use your gaming community and say, do not buy from scalpers. Yeah, no matter what, we'll all stick together. Don't buy from scalpers. Don't get scammers involved. Listen, right? I've been scammed, okay, loads of times, not just by PlayStation, but by everything, because I get confused, right? So here's what I've learned, how to not get scammed, right? You know Argos, you know Amazon, but be careful about Amazon. If you can't read, don't go on Amazon, because there could be a third party, right? But you know, like Toys R, well, they're not Toys R Us anymore, but you know about Smiths, you know about John Lewis's, you know about, there's quite a lot out there, right? So when a new company comes up and says, well, we don't normally do it, but we've got some, but we're only £230 for a console, you know that's not true. There's no way they can sell it for that. No way. Go away. You're a scammer. Go away. We stick together. In 1 month, we can beat the scalpers. We can beat the scammers. We just have to stick together. But if we have a few people, just a few, that keep going behind our backs and buying them, you're bringing the whole community down. And how can you class yourself as a community member? How can you class yourself of having honour and sitting there and playing games with someone who's still got a PS4 Pro or an Xbox Series 1? How could you, Xbox One or Xbox One S, how could you sit there playing with them knowing the fact that you got one of these consoles because you made them not be able to get one? How could you face that? How could you do that? How could you even class yourself as a gaming community person? How? You look online. Go on the gaming sites online on YouTube. Go on the gaming sites on YouTube and you tell me if anyone in the gaming community doesn't help somebody out by what they know, by their knowledge, by the way they speak, by how they help. They're bringing news from the gaming community. They're bringing you explanations. They're showing you how to clean your consoles. It's ongoing. They're not doing it just for the sake of it. They're doing it to help you out. And when a gamer finds something out that everyone's struggling with, they're straight on there. They're making a video. They're telling you this is how to do it so you don't struggle, so you can still be part of the big gaming community. So how can you sit there with your console being all, oh, well, I got a PlayStation 5. Oh, I got an Xbox X, but I got it from the scalper. Yeah, you've just made it difficult for 50 other people. One person, you, that one person who got it from that scalper has just made it difficult for thousands of other people. So make February the end. From scalpers and scammers, make it the end. Each one of us together could do that. Don't buy from scalpers. They're going to end up with all them consoles. Sodom. What are they going to do? They're going to try and sell it. They're going to sell it for lower the price. Sod ya. You wanted them, now you deal with them. They're going to end up taking it to CS X shops, and they're going to take them to shops and try and sell them there. And they're not stupid. People have a go at CEX, right? Saying that, oh, their prices, they don't buy it for that much, but their prices are too high, and they buy it for too less. But think of it. If a scalper doesn't sell it to one of us for £700-800 or $1,000 or whatever it is, they have to sell it somewhere because they have to make some money back. Even if it's a loss, it'll be a lesser loss. So then CEX would be the place that they would go, right? So don't get me wrong, I'm not for CEX at all, right? I don't shop there. But I was thinking the other night that imagine you've got 35 consoles and you've brought it off 3 or 4 credit cards that you've got yourself credit for, right? And you're sitting there thinking, oh, I'm going to get all this money. And nobody buys from you. Nobody. You've got 35 consoles. And you've just brought them for like 500 quid and 399 quid. And it's all on credit. And nobody's buying from you. What are you going to do? You're going to try and put it out for lower price. Oh, I'll do it for just under retail price. And they go, well, you're a scalper. No, thanks. The only place you can go is CEX, which means you're at 100% loss, not 20%, not 30%, 100% loss, which means even if you sell all your 35 consoles to get rid of it, you will still owe thousands on your credit cards, which means you would have to foreclose. And for gamers' point of view, you won't do it again. So next time one comes out, they'll think twice about going and paying 300 and something pound for a bot so you can sit on your computer and do it. Because I tell you what the scalpers are doing, right? They're not doing this for you to scalp, to pay for them to scalp the your consoles. That's not what the scalpers who made the bots are doing. The scalpers who made the bots are doing want people. They don't want the consoles. They don't want to sell and buy the consoles. That's not what they want. They want people. They need people to buy their product. That's what's important to them. Not the console, not whatever the product's buying, not whatever their bot's doing. They want to make the best bots to get the people. So if we target the scalpers and say, go away, people will go, oh, like say a next generation comes up with a Switch, say next, say that's going to be the next one. They're going to say, whoa, hold on a minute. I'm in so much debt, I could lose my job. So then they start going online and they start saying, I was one of these who brought a bot from a scalper from this Notify or wherever it is. And I made such a loss that I'm bankrupt. Don't do it. And people start coming out and going against them. And then people will lose interest in these bots. That's my world. That's the way I think in my world. That's how easy it can be. The people who make the bots aren't interested in what the scalpers are scalping. They're interested in the scalper themselves. Because the more people they get, the less they need to do. So they make the bot, they sit on their arse, they wait for greed, and then they say, come and buy our product. You'll get loads of money, you'll get loads of consoles, you'll get loads of this. And really, they're being scammed. The scalpers are actually being scammed by the professionals who are making these bots. These bot people that make the bots aren't scalpers. They're not interested in the products. They're interested in the people. And they know that greed is the only way that they can keep their product alive. Greed. And that's why the scalpers are scalping. Because then they say, look, that's why they're not going online. The people are not going online to be noticed because they're scalpers. They're going online because they want to sell you the scalping product. Right? Not the scalper's product, their product. If you want to be a scalper, if you want to earn money, if you want to make thousands quickly, there's no such thing as easy money. No such thing. If you see a console, a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, and someone says, I can let you have both of them for 460 quid, would you believe her? Would you believe a company who does that? So say you do. What do you think you're going to get? Why are they able to do it at that price and no one else? It's obvious it's a scam, right? Here's the thing. Crypt notifying all them people are not interested in whatever that person's scalping. They're not interested in the materials they're scalping. What they're interested in is selling you that product, selling you that bot. So the scalpers are being scammed right now. Because people are saying, oh, it's supply and demand. But here's the thing. when the demand's not there anymore and you've got 40, 50, because greed stops you from thinking straight. So you start buying 10 here and 20 there and 30 there. And the whole gaming community says, sod off. Not interested in your product. They've already paid for a product. So the people who made the bots, they're okay. They've got their money. They're not in debt. The scalpers have borrowed money, have gone out with loans, have put loans on their houses to get all these in, and no one will buy it off them. They have to get rid of them to crawl some back. So they start to panic, but nobody's still going to buy off them. Then they have to go to places like CEX, where they undercut them so much that they'll be lucky if they get half the money back. But it doesn't matter, because Cryptnotify and all them people that are scalpers, all them people, they don't care, because they've just sold you the bot and you can't ask for your money back. You can't go to them and say, oi, you promised me I could make millions out of this, and now I'm going to lose my home and everything because I put on your word, I put in the go, but we did what we said we were going to do. We gave you a bot and you got your product. We did our part. We're not the scalpers. We're just bot makers. We're just programmers. We gave you what we promised. It's you that's not giving what you promised. Yourself. You said you could sell. We didn't tell you to buy 10. We didn't tell you to buy 25 or 30 or 1,300 or anything like that. That's your greed. We just said to you, we can help you with our product, the bot, to get the product you want at a high demand to sell, which we did. So therefore, the people who made the bot, they're sitting pretty. You can't take them to court. Why would you? You got everything. It's you, the scalper, the greed. And that's what they were hoping for. People to be greedy, people to think. So you can't take them to court. See, people are saying, oh, you should make it illegal to use bots. It's harder work to do that. But okay, say you do make it illegal to use bots. Let's just say we do. We make it hard to use bots. So the programmers then find another way. But again, the scalpers are the greedy ones. So we need to hit them where it hurts, the pocket. And the only way to do that is for each one of us gamers to say, if I go to a scalper, I'm hurting my community. Me, just one person, one little person, I will hurt my community. I will stick with my community and fight and go online and fight the hard way and have my story and have my dignity and have my pride, have my honor. And for you young ones that don't understand what honor, pride, like you 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds who sit there and go, pride, what's pride? Pff, at least I get to play a game. In the future, as a mature adult, that's going to come back and bite you. I hear stories many a time where people say, I was so young, I regret what I did so bad. And they suffer with that regret. If you want to be part of a gaming community, then you have to follow the rules of the gaming community. You have to help the gaming community like everyone else is doing. You can't expect to pop in and out of the gaming community and expect to be forgiven, because you buying from a scalper is just you sneaking out like a double agent, giving a little bit to make it worse for others. There's still nothing on at the minute. I've got a feeling, though, that Amazon is going to drop, because every time a company starts selling like the headphones and has like the charger and stuff like that, I've noticed that a few days later they drop the consoles, and I'm wondering if they buy in bulk and they just release the small stuff first. It could be. Take a check of it. Go back in history and see if that's the case. It's just weird how every time before there's a drop, they always sell, like, all of a sudden the headphones come into stock. All of a sudden the chargers come back in stock and they sell that. And then all of a sudden people saying, oh, guess what? August dropped. This has dropped. Amazon dropped. Just saying. Could be. You don't know. But like I said, I'm watching it here, and it's saying that the headphones has come in. And yeah, the headphones has come in on Amazon. So that's why I think Amazon's going to drop. When? I don't know. But it won't be long. It won't be long. Just be careful with Amazon that it's not a third party like a scalper who's desperate to get rid of the consoles, and they're willing to do it third party, because you're not protected by Amazon if they are. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So like I said, if you think, oh, it's only one, I'm only one person. So there was a couple of people who went on YouTube, and what got me is he got quite a lot of followers, and they were giving him thumbs up and praising him. So there's this 14-year-old lad. There's this 14-year-old lad, right? And
most mysterious death of the 21st century. This is the mecca of paranormal investigating.
There was this 14-year-old lad, right? And he was doing a YouTube thing of how I got my ps5 from a scalper. So he goes to where you meet. So his dad drove him all the way down. I mean, I can't believe his dad knew that this was a scalper, because to be fair, what kind of father would allow his child to see a criminal? Or it could have been anybody. Maybe this guy wasn't a criminal and he did do it with a bot, but it could have been. I mean, a 13, 14-year-old lad was talking to an adult man online, and the father drove him all the way down there, right? He brought, I don't know if you've actually seen it, but he brought like a charger, and so he could test it. So the man said, well, once you give me the money, it's yours, so you do what you want with it, but you're not going to test it until you give me the money. So the lad gave him the money and he said, oh, we looked at it, it's all in there, but I'm just going to wait till I get home. And the father put over 900 quid. What kind of parent are you? That's the type of parent that you should be having your kids taken off you. You should be done for it. Your young child was speaking to an adult male and got them to meet up and told you, oh, give me 900 quid so I can buy the PlayStation 5. And you did that. You allowed that to happen. And it could have been anybody or anything. And you call yourself a parent. It's pathetic. He went online, right, and showed off. But loads of people were giving him, oh, well done, mate. You got one. Does it work? Yeah, it's really good. Can you give me the scalper's name? What the? I was like, oh, my God. You lot should be ridiculing him right now, saying, what are you doing? You should be getting his father into serious trouble for taking a child that's been speaking to a man, an adult man, online. You should be more worried as a parent that your child is speaking to an adult man online and arranging to meet this adult male that he doesn't know. You should be more concerned for your child's safety online than you should be bloody giving him 900 quid to spend it on that bloke. Thankfully, the kid didn't get hurt, or the father, but geez, you're meeting in the middle of a car park. He takes it out of his trunk and puts it in your truck, and the father's standing there. And all I kept thinking was, duh.com. Hello? You're meeting a stranger who doesn't want to be recorded. Your 13 to 14-year-old child has been speaking to this guy, not you as an adult, but you allowed your kid to do this and meet up and then just give over 900 quid. Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, good job it wasn't in this country, I tell you. If it was in this country, I would have gone stalkers. I would have gone looking for that parent. I will tell you, because I tell you something now. If any of my children, let alone a 14-year-old, is talking to a strange man online, I'll be more worried about him trying to meet up with the guy than about a bloody PlayStation 5 at that stage. If my kid come to me and said to me at 14 years old, oh, by the way, I've got a PlayStation 5, but we have to drive like an hour and a half away. And I don't know the guy, but I spoke to him online all night. And he said it's 900 quid. We can have it for 900. Yeah, let's go, kid. What the? I'd be like, what the bloody hell are you doing speaking to strangers online, let alone blokes? And what the bloody hell do you think you're doing trying to meet up with them in the first place? And I go, show me this person. And I would call the police and hunt down this person and say, what the flipping hell are you doing talking to my child who's only 13 years old? Who do you think you are? You're being reported, perv. I don't care if he wasn't. It's not the point. The point is, your child is talking to a strange man and arranging to meet up with him. I mean, talk about horror show or what? It was lucky that that kid was recording it, and it was lucky that they come across someone who wasn't dangerous. But lucky weren't in it. And the father just stood there and allowed that 13-year-old kid to actually control the situation. He asked him to go up. He said, hey, Dad, give me the 900. The dad gave him the 900. He went up, paid for it. Come back, was all dead proud. His dad was recording it, got in the car, went home, and his dad was like, yeah, look, my son's got it. And he's like, you knob. Man. And he didn't care. He didn't care that his son was talking to a strange man and was arranging to meet up with him. He didn't care. He didn't care. I couldn't believe it. So who I'm watching at the minute online, I just thought I'd let you know, is I'm watching MSTV. I think, you know what, he's really good, right? And you should go and check him out, right? Because not only does he do like the live stocks all night and day, but he also finds out if a certain place is real or not, if they're like fake or not, and then he puts it out and tells you actually this company's faking that. He works really hard, right? And he's got my vote. He really has. He's got my vote. So if you ever want to know, it's MSTV, okay? He's really good. He doesn't promise you anything. He doesn't do like what the others do, like give me money and you can speak to me online and all this crap. He just puts it out there. He says if an alarm comes, it'll show you what the alarm is. And sometimes you can even sleep. While he's doing it, you can sleep, because if you have your TV on or your phone on constantly, and it doesn't shut down, as soon as the alarm go off, it will wake you because he's got it on very loud. And I think it's amazing what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? And you can talk to him as well. You know, you can go into the chat. He's got the chat open. You don't have to pay for the chat. You can talk to him and he answers. Yeah, he's really good. He is really good. And he's not begging you for money or anything like the other one is. He's not saying you've got to join our group to see it. He does it. Last night he was on all night, and he said to people, look, if you want to go to sleep, you will hear the alarm so people can sleep. The guy's a good guy. So if you get a chance, go over and check him out. I've got him on my background all the time. He's got Amazon, Game. He's got all the sites constantly refreshing. Right, he has between 500 and 1,000 views each time. You know what I mean, guys? So, yeah. And so he's one of the sources I'm going to use to let you know when I do the night streams and stuff, because this is February 1st. Today is the day that most of us this month, we're going to get our consoles. As long as no one else goes to scalpers, we get our consoles. I mean, got a feeling. I woke up this morning and I was like, today's the day. Today's the start of the new drops. Today's going to be the big, there's going to be a load of stocks being brought into the UK. It was promised by Microsoft and by Sony that they each month would drop more and more each month into stocks. Now I get that Argos did a bad thing. And to be honest, I don't think Argos cancelled. I don't think they cancelled anything. I think they just said that because they can't prove it. If I was Argos, I would prove it. This is how many people we've cancelled. This is why. They can't tell who's the real bot and who's not when they're diverting into many computers. That's why the bot people want a load of people online, so they can divert people to look like it's single people. I mean, come on, how stupid do you have to be? Do you know what I mean? It should be click and collect only, right? You should, in your area only, you should be able to prove with a bill or something like that that you live in the area where you're picking it up from, right? You should be registered with Amazon. If you're not registered, or Argos or whoever, you should be registered. If you're not registered, then you don't get a console. Only click and collect. Around the world, click and collect only. You don't, I know there's a pandemic, but you can do it so each day you can have a certain amount of people, so it doesn't get crowded and stuff like that. So if you do click and collect only, then scalpers are going to have to come down and click and collect. And if you have a video of each person that comes down and you write it down and you stamp the person, if someone else comes in with the same address, then you know the card numbers as well. They would have to get like 15 or 16 different cards to get 16 consoles, right? Do you know what I'm saying to you? So they would have to get that. So, make it harder for the scalpers, click and collect. That annihilates quite a lot of bots, to be fair. The other people, they were taking photographs of that click and collect, wasn't they? He said, oh, look, I picked up 10 from Argos. And it was real. You could see it was real. And Argos is saying, no, we did this and we did that. It's not true. Argos, it's not true. Argos has made many mistakes. So I'm hoping, because it's a new month, that Argos and all them have learnt now. It's been going since November, December, January. It is now 4 months. Let's not be like the government and never learn our lessons early enough. Let's learn it now. Click and collect. Give people dates when they come down to click and collect, so there's not big crowds, because we're still in lockdown. Click and collect. You can control how many people come down and click and collect, right? So, like I said, I do admire this bloke, and I tell you why. I'm assuming it's a bloke because he does sound like a bloke. MSTV. He did. I was watching him, and he did a thing of do not trust this PS5 stop website. Right, let's just
Eternity. Count.
Right.
Got set up a week
Here it
ago,
is. Listen.
And it's actually registered somehow. Its business address is located at a 3-star hotel in Bristol, which they happily put on their website. Take all this time to create a legit looking website, then their business address is a 3-star hotel. This makes no sense. But to be honest, with someone actually not doing research on this, I could see why so many people fell for it. If you was one of them unfortunate ones, simply just call your bank and get the payment reversed and just explain the points I just said. These are crucial times for us PS5 consumers. You need to make sure you visit the sites that are 100% legit. This means making sure the website is secure and features a payment method where you can easily dispute if something goes wrong, such as PayPal. Googling reviews for websites is also a good idea, but remember, reviews can easily be faked. So it's best just to stick to your gut and go for the websites that are actually known in the community. So there you go, guys. Just a video telling you to be safe when we're hunting down this PS5 stock. Make sure you subscribe to me for more PS5 stock.
He didn't ask for any money. He hasn't asked you to join his people or you have to pay to become a member for him to tell you this. He's gone out on his own back and done this. So he's genuinely concerned about his gaming community. Do you know what I mean? And he's on point. He's helped quite a lot of people get PlayStation 5s, and he's a good community gamer. Not like one I can mention who keeps coming on here saying, I'll be on at 5 o'clock, and he doesn't get on till 8, 9 o'clock. And the thing that gets me about his community is not one of them rants him about it. He doesn't even say, look, I'm sorry, I overslept or anything like that. He goes, let's get right into it. Dude, come on, dude. And then when somebody says, I've just paid and asked you a question, is it okay to ask you a question? He goes, yeah, dude, whatever you want to say, dude, let's answer it, dude. The guy calls everyone stupid, and yet he keeps using the word dude. Anyway, so he turned around and he goes, right, could I have a look at your PS5? How can you be disrespectful, dude? That's it. Right. I'm kicking you out, dude. He goes, hold on a minute. I've just signed up to your thing. No, we don't want people like you, disrespectful people. Man, you know what I mean? I spent all night sitting up and staying up all bloody night. And this is the respect I get. It's so disrespectful. That's it. Boom, he's out. It's like, hold on a minute. The guy didn't do anything wrong. He just asked you, could he see your PlayStation 5? Everybody else has shown their PlayStation 5. Could you show your PlayStation 5? And by the way, just on a personal note, because I can't get in because you keep blocking me, because I keep asking those questions, i.e., why are you blocking people and lying and saying they're being racist when they're not? My thing to him is, it's plain and simple fact, mate, right? Yes, you are up all night. But when people do get it, they do appreciate it because they give you money for your gaming thing, for your streaming. They give you money for it. They give you £5, £3. You think that's easy for people to do? Do you think that's easy for people to buy a PlayStation 5 and give you £5 in a pandemic? That is appreciation. But again, they didn't ask you to stream all night. You decided to do that because you only had between the views of 2 to 5 people on your gaming site. So you use this to up the ante of people that's coming on your stream. And then you blocked people. So the only way they can get on your stream and ask you questions is to join your group. But that's fine, because once they get their PS5, once they figure out who and what you are, they're going to stop the money. and the money will stop coming in, and you'll go right back down to 4 views, 5 views at a time, 7 views the most. That's fine. You should take a leaf out of this guy's book, MSTV. And also, there's another one you guys should look at as well. What's his name now? The Asian Nomad. Brilliant guy. You know what? He's chilled out. He chats to you. He answers your questions. He doesn't tell you, I promise you, I'll get you a PS5. He says, I'll try my best to help. He gets the whole community. I'm in his community, and he gets the whole community to help. And he doesn't ask you, join me, give me money. I'm streaming, you know, I'm doing all this behind the scenes. I've got friends here, and I've got things, and you're gonna have to pay for it. He doesn't do none of that. His attitude is so nice, and there's no racism, there's no nothing on his streams. And he's called the Asian Nomad. Brilliant, another brilliant guy. Yeah, he doesn't promise you anything. He just says, this is what I think, what do you guys think? And he does DVDs, he does gaming news, he does PS5s. What the best thing that got me, we said, I'm not going to keep doing the PS5 all the time because of the people that in my stream that have got it. They don't want to listen to me talking about PS. So he's thinking about all the streamers. He's thinking about all of us, not just a certain bunch. He's not thinking about just earning money. He's wanting to give us the best contents he can. And that to me is a brilliant host, in my opinion. So out of the two of them is the Asian Nomad and definitely MSTV. To avoid is this dude.
So yeah, man, let's get into it. As you guys know, all of these drops are random. They can drop any time in the day, you can drop it any time in the night. So we'll be monitoring this now.
Right. Here's the thing. I went through and painstakingly went through every single one of his streams. He took some of the ones off. Now, one of the ones I managed to find, right? So this guy calls everyone stupid. If someone asks him a question that they don't understand, I'm autistic, will learn difficulty. So sometimes I don't understand what people say, and they need to say it in a different way for me to understand. So he goes, God, talk about stupid patrol. Talk about dumb patrol. Oh, man, think I'm dumb, man. I go to university. I go to college. La, 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 la. Right? But there was an instant that happened, and he tried to take it off, but I managed to find it. Now, this has been looked into by the police and that, and this company is very fake, right? Not only is it fake, but the picture I'm about to show you, right, is actually a design that was done by another company for the 300th anniversary for PlayStation 2. He encouraged people to go and buy a fake item.
What is going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Welcome to a new live stream on the Game Room.
Now, the two people I mentioned before always checks the website, always looks to see if it's real or not before saying to you, go for it, give you money. They will check it and they will come on and they will say to you, don't get it, it's a fake site and this is why. He didn't. Listen to what he was encouraging people to go on.
Today is the day where the PlayStation 5 Black Edition releases today for both countries, for US and UK, happening all in this live stream. If you guys want one, will.
How does a company, right? I'm autistic and I get scammed all the time, right? I honest to God, I have to have what's called a a foundation that deals with my money and only gives me money for food and stuff like that. And if I want something, they buy it, because I get scammed quite a lot, right? But even I knew that this was a scam because of one thing. Target, Amazon, all them places were managing to get 4 or 5, sometimes 6 in the hand, maybe 3 at back, something like that. Argos in December was getting like maybe a small drop of like 100, and yet this company got 300 in one hit. That didn't make sense to me.
We'll help you guys get one as it comes out in the UK. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Hopefully you guys are hyped for this launch.
So not only is he hyping people, he didn't check them out at all. Sorry, I'm eating the sweet. I'm hypoglycemic, right? Not only did he not check this company out, so I went onto his Twitter account, right, to try and tell him, please check this company out. It's fake. It's not real. I asked Scrubbins to see if Scrubbins could get hold of him. I asked Rich Tech USA, and he said it's fake. So they did a video to say it's fake. So I sent him it. He blocked me. I sent him the videos of everyone saying it's a fake company, it's not a real company. He blocked it. He would not let me put it on his stream to stop people giving these people their card details. I phoned 101 up, which is the equivalent to phoning your local police station up, and I told him about what was happening, and he was going to encourage people to give their credit card details to these people and the fraudsters. And they said there was nothing they could do until it happened. So listen, he deleted this and I found it.
Through all the PlayStation news as well, all the latest news for PlayStation 5, for the white edition as well. Not just the black edition, but also showcase white edition if it releases in the UK today as well. So let's get right into the live stream right now. Hopefully everybody's well and healthy. Let's get into it. And we'll start the stream off today, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And we'll start it off today, man. Just want to give a shout out to Evan with the super chat over there. Thank you so much for the super chat. For the first super chat of the stream. Massive shout out to you.
Now, this is the most he's got. Next to when everyone else got the ps5s from other people, and he was trying to send the credit. That's the Twitter. Look, people on Twitter work hard. You might only see them quickly tweet, oh, it's gone live at blah, blah. But before that, trust me when I say they've been up all night, hardly eaten, hardly slept to get you that news. And then someone comes along and nicks their tweet and then puts it out as their own news. And every news he reads, he always reads his own news. But keep watching how he encourages people for a fake account.
So yeah, let's get into it, everybody. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully everybody's hyped. I'm super stoked for this. It's going to be absolutely awesome, everybody. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Now, for them to ask him a question, they have to do a super chat. With the other two I mentioned, you don't. You can ask him and they will answer you. He's then closed his Twitter, so you have to join his group to be able to speak. And every single one of them said, are you sure this is real? Because a lot of people online have said it's not real. And listen to his answer on that.
Alright, we are live, dude. We are live right now. So set everything up right now before we start the stream here. Let's go over here real quick. Let's bring this over here, man. Alright, let's see here.
See, I think that people should be allowed to ask the host anything.
This pandemic is crippling families with...
Right? To ask the pandemic anything. Pandemic. Ask the person anything, the host anything, if he's giving out questions.
What's up, Pyro? How you doing, man?
Not have to pay to ask a question.
Well, bro. It's been a long time. Happy New Year, man. Happy New Year. Okay, there we go, guys. It's going to be fantastic today, guys. It's going to be fantastic, okay? And like I said, guys, if you guys are new here as well, you missed some news we covered at the start of the stream. Shop 2, as you guys know, the company, digital company for the UK, they will be only selling one console per household, so one console per address. They're not going to sell multiple, consoles to people. This would avoid scalpers getting all the consoles, so you got a fair chance. So if you want the ps5 and you want the
Now I'm going to show you, forward it to the part where he says go, 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 and everyone's downloading, but it's still, you still can do it after 20 minutes. And yet a normal PS5 goes in 10 seconds. If you get 100 PS5s, it goes in 10 seconds, right? And yet this was, for some unknown reason, was staying up longer, and he couldn't get it. Watch. Let me find it. He tried to delete this, but I'd already recorded it because I knew what he was going to do to deny that he'd done this. Just let me get you to the part where it comes live. And then he cuts off really quick when he figures it out. He doesn't say, I'm so sorry, get your money back, nothing. He cuts the stream. All right, hold on. Let me get this because you're going to love this, guys.
For the black edition PS5, both digital and this version, and
you're going to love
the
this.
controller itself as well. So we'll have a video out later on today. The pricing for the consoles. We'll let you guys know, okay? So yeah, man, see what happens, dude. See what happens.
Now, if he accepted criticism, he could have been such a good host. But instead, he was calling everyone else dumb and stupid and not to listen to us.
Obviously, this is different type of launch, yeah? You don't see this every day, do you? A black PS5. It's not even black PS5, it's just a PS2 feel to it, you know? If you didn't know, this is inspired by PS2, which is pretty awesome, as you see. As we go in 1 minute and 15 seconds.
He's hyping them up. And at this time, there's 12 of us trying to get through.
Refreshing the page, guys.
And one of us paid to get onto his stream to say, this is fake. Not only did he not let us go through, but he kicked us out.
Good luck everybody in the US, Mexico and Canada, man.
It wasn't in Mexico and the US, it was only in the UK.
Told you right now, we'll start refreshing, dude. We'll put a link in chat soon as we get the link. Soon as it start, we'll put it in the chats.
And then he wouldn't mention it afterwards. He wouldn't say sorry. He wouldn't say, can I help you? He wouldn't say, this is what you need to do. Nothing.
UK launch and the rest of the world.
He took him off the stream.
On the 9th of January 2021.
And then denied it.
Tomorrow.
Said that he didn't do this, by the way.
As we go in 20 seconds, everybody. 20 seconds.
He said he didn't do this. Because he took it off, thought he deleted it, but I'd already recorded it.
13 seconds.
Because I knew he would do that. He denied that this ever happened. And I'm sick of him lying to people. I'm sick of him
It should be
taking
out now, dude. It
people's
should
money.
be out. Let's check this out, everybody. We are refreshing this as we are, you see here, we are refreshing this, guys. Oh my goodness. Stock will be coming, oh my goodness. Come on, dude.
Look how
Refresh the
excited he
page,
is.
man. Lagging out now, dude. Come on, dude.
Now, Scrubbins, Tech Guy, everybody said this was fake.
It's officially 8 o'clock right now in the UK. 3 p.m.
And the people believed him.
EST now.
Because he said he knew.
The page.
He knew it was real.
Continually refresh the page, yeah. You see on Twitter page what they're saying. Come on, refresh the page, come on, real. They say on Twitter. We are refreshing this, guys. We are refreshing this as we speak right now. What's going on, dude? Literally, it should be out right now. We are refreshing the page, guys. On Twitter, they said they will be looking closely at the website for any errors. That was 8 minutes ago. As we check the website, continually refreshing this page.
Yes, Guardian. Look, Guardian's here.
Come on, dude.
Are we talking about him being a bad person? He was, wasn't he, telling people off? Telling people bad things, wasn't he, Guardian?
What's going on? 2 minutes late.
And here's a guy that's normally
late.
2-3 hours late when his stream's on.
We are refreshing the page, guys. We are refreshing the page.
You keep an eye on the bad guys for me.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, keep an eye on the bad guys.
Add to basket. Any option? Nothing yet. Not out yet. It's still saying check back soon. No option to put in basket.
My best friend. My buddy, my best friend. Hmm?
No option yet. Yeah, no option. Nothing yet, guys.
You keep an eye on the bad
I'll
guy for
refresh
me.
the page.
Keep it. Watch me back.
Let's check Twitter right now. Nothing on Twitter yet. The tweet that 8 minutes ago. Oh my god, dude.
I mean, this was enough. And he was getting angry because they were a few minutes late. And he is not like 2 hours late sometimes. He puts it on and it says it's going to start in 15 minutes and it doesn't. And then he comes on and does say, I'm sorry. And people fall for it.
I'm not able to purchase yet. Oh, guys, it's stock. It's in stock, guys. Everybody right now. Go right now, everybody. Go, 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 go.
He said he didn't do
Everybody in
this.
the US,
He didn't encourage
Canada.
people to buy it. He said, in fact, he told people not to
Go,
buy
dude.
it.
Go, go, go.
Can you see, guys?
As we put it in the
is him.
chat. There you go, man. You can put a model and just, you know, put it in your basket, dude. There you go, man.
Now watch when he figures
Pick
out
which one you want,
something's
dude.
not right. When it carries on,
Controller
it's
as
only
well,
300.
Controller.
So watch what happens.
It's in stock,
He cuts the stream off straight away because he knows that
It's in stock, dude.
Watch.
There
Because
you
he has to go
you can
off
see
and
now.
stop his payment.
You can pick which model you want. Set a model, which one you want. There you go, dude. Hell yeah.
Now he's just
Available
ordered
for
his.
purchase, guys. Go, go, go. I'll put a link in chat. There you go.
He said he didn't do none of this.
Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
why I
dun.
record all his stuff, because I know he tries to pull it out. And I won't allow that to
Just it
happen.
right now, dude. Out. Go, go, go. Oh yeah, that was awesome, dude. So UK and rest of the world will be available
I've asked him for an
tomorrow,
interview and he won't do one.
which is awesome.
He's refusing to do one with me. I said we can do it live on live chat. No, he won't do it.
I don't actual controller you guys can. Obviously, you can check how much you want as well.
Here we go.
Oh,
watch when he starts to realise that it's only 300.
Awesome, dude.
It's supposed to be for around the world, and yet it's still not out of stock. And
still
yet,
in stock, everybody. You still can purchase it. Oh my god.
See?
It's still in stock. Oh my goodness.
Yet a normal PS5 goes out of stock in 10 seconds. Especially in December.
It's still in stock, dude.
Here he goes. He's going to start to realise any second, and then he'll cut the stream off.
There you guys go, man. Yeah, you guys go, dude. Yeah, man, you still can purchase it. They're not out of stock yet. That's awesome, dude. Go, go, go. You're still in stock, dude.
Now he's going to realise.
Bro, it's been a minute.
He's going to click any second. You'll see. You'll recognise that. He just recognised it's fake. Watch.
Still in stock, dude. Guess a lot of people not getting it. Still in stock, dude. Damn, it's crazy.
300 when the PS5 goes out in 10 seconds. The normal one. This is a special edition, supposed to be. It's still in stock after half an hour.
That's crazy, dude. It's not even out of stock yet.
Now watch what happens. He's just figured it. He's just put his money in, and he's just figured it. And he's going to go shut everything down. Next minute, this got removed. The next day, it got removed. Everything got removed to do with the black PS, but I already recorded it.
It's not even out of stock yet, dude.
See, by now, if he's smart, he would have noticed. Hold on a minute. It goes out of stock in 10 seconds. It's December. Why wouldn't this go out of stock? They wanted to get as many card numbers and names as they could, so they kept it going to say it was in stock. That's the point. That's why they were fake. It was a scam.
Come on, it can't be in stock now, man. You should be out of stock.
Here we go.
What's going on,
now
man?
He's just realised. And now he's just noticed someone's got through to him and said it's a scam. Look, he's looked down at his phone. They've gone, it's a scam. You've just given your name and address to a scammer. Watch his face.
You're still in stock, dude. Oh my god.
Watch what he does next. Instead of telling, and then he takes these radios off.
God, it's still in stock.
Look at his phone. He's figuring out what's going on. How come it's still in stock? And people saying because it's a scam.
Guys, still in stock, dude. Still in stock. Look, guys.
And he called us all dumb.
That's crazy, dude.
And don't believe us. And he should
it's
know.
been 5 minutes.
It's been more than 5
Guys,
minutes.
we are 1 like away from a like goal here.
It was 25
I
minutes
think that's our last like goal. 10 likes
before
away.
he figured it out.
Appreciate it, guys. Bro, it's in stock, dude. If you guys want one, man, still in stock, guys. Obviously from the US and Canada and Mexico. Yo, tomorrow we have a good chance, dude, to get this. Oh my god. It's crazy.